I passed out at Dr. Hardy's house. I don't know if that event would have gone any different if I liked him. I don't know if at that point he gives me something, but I'm just going to keep an eye on that. I thought I'd make a video today just to show you some differences in year 2, because there are quite a few. Mammy stuck around. Oh, I'm so happy. I don't know if she got married, but in the other version she just gets up and leaves, and yeah, so that's pretty cool. Oh. Another typo, this is Wonderful Garden. God. I went up here because I thought that Lumina got a little bit older at this point, but she hasn't. She's kind of a fox when she grows up, not gonna lie. I was kind of upset in the other game that you couldn't marry her, because I probably would have married her or Flora. Flora would probably be my top choice if you actually could marry her. That would be sweet, but you can't, so... if I can find them all, there's also some new people that have moved in. There's one. This is a little girl named Kate, I believe. Yeah. She moved in with her mother, Samantha, and her father, Grant. And they moved into this house, I think. Unless this is Chris and Hugh's house, but I think it's their house. There, yes it is. If I can get her to turn around. And you'll want to befriend her father, Grant. When you do meet him, he gives you something. So, just keep that in mind. Hugh got older, as you can see. He's not so little anymore. And this house that used to be Galen and Nina's, Dr. Hardy did move into. Which is why I went in there, just to see when I passed out. And he's actually like moved into the city now. He doesn't just come in randomly whenever he feels like it. So you'll see a lot more of him. And if I talk to Galen, you'll notice something different about him. He's very depressed, and I'll tell you why when my horse stops fucking around. If you guys remember, for the whole first year, this lot was empty, and now there's a house and a tombstone in front. So yeah, Nina dies. And Galen is left all alone, all by himself, so he's very depressed. But if you just try to catch him in his house, because you get a lot of cutscenes with him, and if you've been befriending him in the first year, you'll get something out of him. I'm just getting mad cutscenes today, holy shit. I like Flora because she's so pretty, and she's nerdy, but she's like nerdy pretty. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just what I think, but. And she's also totally a shit cook, so. She can't cook worth a damn. I was going to show you the dig site, but maybe I can't. Yeah, I can. It got bigger, see? It got bigger by a lot. Like, it used to only be, like, here, the spot up here, and then maybe about this much. So it got bigger by, like, 4, 8, like 12 squares, which is pretty cool. And if I do dig, maybe I'll find something new that I didn't in the first year. Because there's a bunch of new things to get this year. I think there's, if I remember off the top of my head, there's like horse statues, some sugar ore, which is like a red ore, kind of similar to the ones you got in the first year, just different color. But who knows? I might not get anything. So you can spend a lot more time digging here now, rather than just a little short amount. What I do when it becomes a little bit bigger, if I'm not planning to spend the whole day digging, what I do is I just dig every square once, and that's quite time consuming on its own, and that's usually enough for me, so I don't have to worry about it. And I should also mention that the stuff that you pick up doesn't really have any more value than the rest of the stuff you're picking up in the first year. It's just that you have more choice, more selection, and more spaces to dig up, which will yield you with more treasure, alternatively making more money. So that's about it for that. Digging is probably one of my favorite things to do in this game. I usually do it like every day. So yeah, a fossil, which is different than the fossil we got in the first year. But anyways, I'm gonna come back and dig later. And I also dig because I want to show all the stuff that I get to my son, so that he'll be more towards the archaeology field. I don't know why, but I've always chose that one or the artist. In my other game, my son was an artist, but I just think it's kind of lame that your son would just take over your farm, because that's just kind of boring in my opinion. This place hasn't changed except for the fact that they don't have Marlin to help anymore. Nobody else has disappeared out of the village except for Nina, who passed away, but everyone else is still here. So there isn't really that many differences, and also the Yeti is in here obviously because it's not winter anymore. And I should mention that I gave him a fish every day and nothing seemed to happen, although he does turn his head now, which means that we're friends, but that doesn't mean jack squat to me if I don't get anything out of it. I should mention that I also got rid of my cow. Yes, I know, everyone's like, oh my god, you have to have a cow. Well, no, since your cow stops giving milk 40 days after birth, I just gave up. You can, like, impregnate your cow, and then she gets pregnant, has a calf, and then she will then give milk again, and you get an extra cow out of it. But in my opinion, it just wasn't worth it. Since I focused on my son so much in this chapter, cows are just kind of a pain in the ass to have. So I'm just going to keep my sheep and my chickens that are super low maintenance, and they give me quite a bit of stuff. My chicken or my hen, gives me golden eggs now, which are 600G a piece. My sheep gives me golden wool, which is also $600 a piece. And then I get any other regular eggs, so I'm not too worried about it. And other than that, nothing else has changed except for the fact that your house is also bigger. Compliments to Takakura, I think, who built it totally free, which is really awesome. Oh, and I got a pond. I forgot to mention that. And you get something out of the pond eventually. I forget how long it takes to trigger. But you'll see. The last thing, though, that I want to tell you is that if you go to your ledger and you go to order a building, you can order a seed maker, which in this game is a huge, like a gigantic money maker. What you can do with the seed maker is you can buy crops, and then put the crops in the seed maker, and it'll make the seeds out of the crop rather than selling the crop. This gives you a lot more money, and you can also keep recycling your crops. You never have to go back to Vestas again. You can just buy like 4 or 5 of every crop, sell some crops, and then keep the rest, make them into seeds, and then keep doing that process, and you get rich. The reason I'm not going to buy one, though, is because if you've been befriending Daryl in the first year, like I have suggested, he will give you one for free. So, having friends has advantages. It's about 7 o'clock, and I'm going to go back into my house and catch some Z's. I will be bringing you, of course, more videos, more updates, more information. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later.